Good morning. Wanted to pop in here quick and show you the highlight contour set. A lot of you saw my before and after and had some questions about it. So I'm going to do a really, hopefully, really short video on how I use that. I'm going to run through it super fast. I know you don't have 15 minutes to sit here and watch me put on my makeup, but it'll give you the gist of how I use it and how you can use it. And hopefully you'll have those questions answered. So right now on my face, I have on my, excuse me, Glorious Face and Eye Primer. I always put that on before I put on any makeup. I do not have my moisturizer on this morning. I don't normally apply it in the morning, but I've noticed being in the sun, I've been really dry. So I have been wearing that morning and night now. Excuse me. And I actually ended up leaving my rose water and my Divine Daily Moisturizer in my camper. We're in the sun all the time in the summer, and those two things really help to hydrate and replenish the skin. My whole family uses it, and they all love it. Who doesn't like to smell like roses, right? So anyways, I don't have any moisturizer on this morning, but my BB Flawless is a tinted moisturizer, and so that's going to help hydrate my skin. So I've got my Glorious Face and Eye Primer on, and what I'm going to be using today is what comes in the highlight and contouring set, located under sets, okay? So when I highlight and contour, these are what I use, and this is what comes in the set. You're going to be getting your BB at a discount, okay? So if you're in the, if you're looking to try the foundation, which you know how strongly I feel about it, you should look at the set because you're going to get 2 of these, okay? And I'll show you how I use my regular foundation colors in this, as well as the blending buds. Mine have been used, so that you can see they've got BB on them already, okay? But you're gonna get these at a discount, $90. I would add on a lip gloss or an eyeshadow along with them, and you're gonna get free shipping and save $5.50 also. So I'm all about saving money. This right here, if you're gonna use it for highlighting or contouring or for your regular foundation, is going to last you a really long time. I've been comparing sizes, and these are significantly larger than most of the sizes I've been kind of snooping at from other companies, okay? So to highlight and contour, my colors I use are the lightest one, which is the cream, and then I'm using chestnut. You want something that's a couple shades darker than your regular, okay? So I use cream and chestnut, and they work really well to highlight and contour for me. Now for my regular foundation, I use Bisque and I use Honey, okay? Bisque is the perfect match for me in the winter, and as spring comes, I start to get a little bit of a tan, and Bisque is a little bit too light. Now this has always been an issue for me. I do get pretty tan despite my blonde hair and blue eyes in the summer, and with other foundations that I used, I would end up having to just kind of toss one aside and buy a whole new color, and then by the time I came back to the other one, it was not good anymore, and then it was a waste. I just couldn't find anything that blended very well, and these not only blend very well together, but the container, the packaging, makes it super easy to blend those. So these two together are gonna last me a long, long time. I mean, I would say I'd probably get close to, I don't even know, 9 months, a year out of them because of how I use them with the mixing them. So right now I'm about half and half. By the end of the summer, I'll probably be all honey. And then I'll start mixing the Bisque back in as my summer tan goes away. But I buy them in the set. I get the blending buds, which gives, it's awesome for highlighting and contouring because of the shape of them, but it's also really good just for applying your foundation regularly because it makes an airbrushed, really soft look. And I mean, who doesn't like to be airbrushed, right? Okay, so I have already put on my primer. I think I've told you that like 3 times now, but it's important, okay? And then I've already applied my Bisque and Honey. I do a 50-50 mix right now. I just put it on my wrist and put it on with the fat end of my largest blending bud, or if I'm in a super huge hurry, my fingers or our foundation brush is awesome, okay? Alrighty, with the blending buds, these are like little sponges, okay? You don't want them soaking up your foundation. Like I said, I'm all about saving money. So what you're gonna do before you use these is every time is run them under your water, squeeze them out, okay, and then just dab them with the towel. That way you can put your BB on here, but it's not gonna soak up your foundation and waste it, okay? So that's an important step. And these can be cleaned, very high quality. They're gonna last you a long time, probably until you're ready to order another set and save money on them, okay? All right, I already have my base on, so I'm gonna just real quick show you how I highlight and contour, okay? I'm gonna start with the highlighting, okay? I'm gonna do it all together and then I'm gonna blend. You really could do this a lot of different ways, okay? But my highlighting, I use a lot more of it, so I wanna show you that first. Okay, so I'm gonna take my purple blending bud, and I like to, so I have it on my wrist, my cream. I like to use the pointed end so I can make my triangles. Remember, everything you wanna do, you're gonna try and make triangles. Okay, now with highlighting, you wanna think about anything that you want to give the appearance that's, that the sun would be hitting, okay? So we're gonna make our face look, have a shape that maybe it doesn't always have or that it's lost over time. So I start with my forehead and I'm just gonna make a little triangle here. My stomach's growling, okay? And I'm gonna do this super fast. I would spend more time on it if I didn't wanna waste all of your time, okay? But you'll get the basic idea from it, okay? So I'm just gonna make a triangle here. And then we're gonna make some cheekbones. Okay, I have a little bit, but I'm not somebody that's blessed with awesome cheekbones, and cheekbones are sexy. Who doesn't like to look sexy, right? Okay, so I'm gonna make another triangle here under my eyes. Try and cover up those dark circles a little bit. Okay, and then I'm gonna be coming back in with my chestnut to really bring out the shape of that cheekbone, okay? So you wanna make sure you get under your eyes real well, and then on the highest point of that cheekbone for that highlight, because that's where that sun would naturally hit. So we're gonna make it look like it is, even if you don't have a large elevation there on your face, okay? There we go. See my triangle, triangle, and then triangle. That one's hard to see because my light is hitting, so I'll kind of exaggerate it. We have fluorescent lighting in our bathroom because we have to save money, you know. Not so good for makeup demos, but that's okay. You get the idea. Now on your chin, you can play around too. Right above your lip, okay? All right. My stomach is growling. Can you guys hear that? Oh my goodness. Oh, one more spot on your nose, right? Right here. Right on your nose. Now, especially when we're going to be contouring, we want to make sure we go clear back in our hairline because we want everything to look very natural. We want to make it look like we did this without adding makeup to it, okay? All right, now I'm going to move on to my chestnut. Put that on my wrist too. I actually like the smaller blending bud for this one. Again, I use the point to make that nice line. You just use what works best for you. The concealer brush works really well too. I like for highlighting or for contouring because it makes a very defined line. But you're gonna be blending anyways. Okay, so for this one, I have a super huge forehead. Okay, I actually don't really like it. Growing up, I got teased a lot because of the size of it. And when bangs were no longer in style, you know, back in the, I don't know, 90s, early 2000s, I was trying to grow mine out, and a boy, which I'm sure he didn't mean anything by it, commented on the size of my forehead, and it totally just killed my self-confidence. So I went home and I cut my bangs off and ended up having them way longer than what most people did, okay? So I like to highlight and contour my forehead for sure. Just make it look a little bit smaller, okay? And then those cheekbones. So where your, so if we have a large cheekbone, we're gonna have a hollow underneath of it, and that's gonna create a shadow. So we're gonna create that shadow without actually having a shadow there, okay? So underneath your cheekbone, you're just gonna draw a line, okay? You can kind of see where it is, whoops, naturally. You're just gonna accentuate it. And I'm gonna maybe go a little bit over the top here, just so you can see it. You might not wanna use quite that much. Again, clear up into your hairline so everything looks natural, okay? Now, the sides of my nose, I want to do, okay? Oh, it's hard to do on my phone. I think I'd be good at that by now. You can do some work on your chin, above your mouth, wherever. I mean, just play around with it. so many images online. I'll post some in the comments here to show you. All right, I'm not going to go crazy with that. You get the idea. And my kids are fighting. Once you're done with that, the next thing you're going to do is blend. Okay, and I use again the larger end, just a second, buddy, of my blending bud, and you're just going to blend all this. And I'm going to try and do this super fast. My kids always think this is hilarious because I look like somebody that's playing with paint, which I kind of am. It is like playing. Okay, but all you're going to do is you're going to blend. Okay, I kind of do one side of my blending bud. He's getting a kick out of it. With the darker color for my chestnut, and then I'll use either the other blending bud or the other side of the same blending bud to blend the lighter one, so I don't mix those and kind of take away from what I had just done. Okay. And this is not a perfection thing. You don't have to be super precise. If you don't blend well enough, you can always go back and blend more. If you feel like you don't have enough highlight in there, you can just go back and add a little bit more. It's kind of addicting because it's a super fun little game you get to play. Okay, so that's not perfectly blended, but you can already see the cheekbone here. And again, my lighting in here is not awesome, so there really isn't any redness, although it looks like it. Okay, so I would just continue blending, but I don't want you to... Yes, dear?
There's too much in there.
Yeah, that is a lot. I'll be right out to help you, okay? Okay, sorry. And then once you get it all blended, I would blend a little bit more, you're going to add a powder to set it. I have two powders that I use. They're both the Mineral Touch press powder, okay? One is taffeta and the other is chiffon. Taffeta is a little bit lighter and a little bit more of yellowy undertones. The chiffon is a little bit darker and a little bit more pink, okay? So you can use a sponge that comes in there, or you can use our powder puff, which is awesome, okay? And apply your powder. Okay, sometimes I do the taffeta, sometimes I do the chiffon. I like them both. I'm pretty neutral. But then I add my Sunset bronzer. And we're going to have a meltdown here.
Mommy.
Yes, dear.
Mommy.
And Mommy will be right there to solve the problem, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sorry. That's real life for you. My kids fight. This is where a pause would be really nice. Okay, so anyways, here we go. Better finish this up and go solve the cereal issue we're having. Okay? I'm going to be right out, okay? Okay. All right, then the last thing I would do is go over with my bronzer. Okay? And then I'm not going to do blush because I would have done blush first. My kids are going to have World War II here in a minute. That's the basics of highlighting and contouring. Super easy. That took me less than 15 minutes talking through it all, slowing down. And that's all I would need to do. Then I would, apply the rest of my eye makeup, something great on my lips, and I'm done. Okay, it creates cheekbones, but I don't really have. Okay, it makes my forehead smaller, and it's just really fun. Okay, so anyways, that's the highlighting and contouring set. If you're just gonna get the BB cream, check it out because you're gonna save a lot of money doing it that way. Anyways, take care. Talk to you guys soon.